Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm running late. Roberta didn't have to go to work this morning. She's got a doctor's appointment later on today, and so we laid in and slept. And what can I say?
Uh,
Yeah, I'm trying to do that XP update lag. So, anywho, how are you this morning, Todd?
I'm good. How do you know that, Anessa? Did you hear that?
What's that?
I just got an offer. Jerusalem, Israel. Wow. I don't know if I've ever sold anything to someone who's in Jerusalem. That's kind of a low offer. I'm going to counter offer.
Lag said he made it.
They're going to have to pay a lot of money for shipping to get it over there. If I buy a ticket, will you let me in?
You don't have to buy a ticket, but you can come in. Appreciate the $2. Um, I was going to say something really important, and I forgot what it was now. I am having an old man moment this morning. Oh, you're just here for your cha-chings vintage? You sound like Anissa.
I sound like Anissa.
No, vintage sounds like Anissa. She's only here for her cha-chings. Good morning, Josh.
It'll be a counter offer. Uh, yeah.
And
No, I'm not going to take
I
that.
posted the link up here. I'll tell you what, because it's free. I'll post it again. There's the link. If anybody wants to join us this morning.
If you're willing to ship this to Israel, you're willing to pay this price.
Excuse me.
For what?
I just burped.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't hear it.
That's an old man. Like I said, I'm having an old man moment. So you the lowest price, and they still want 40% off. Lag, just give it to them.
Take the offer. It's listed for 99 and they offered 60.
Damn. I'm surprised they don't want you to just send it to them for free and pay for the shipping too.
I countered with 80 and they came back with 61.
I'd just say, what was your original price?
99.
I'd send it back to them for 105 then, because they're just messing with you now. I'm uploading a video for my mom,
Oh, yeah.
and it's been uploading for. Oh, I started it at 8 o'clock last night, and it's still uploading. It's like 10 hours long, and it's still uploading. I'm at,
Oh,
I'm at, where am I at now?
your mom's on YouTube?
No, it's to a site that her brothers and her sister and family has.
Hmm.
Um, no, she doesn't do YouTube.
Oh, did I get a counter offer? Let's see what they do. Probably declined. Oh, new offer. Let's see what they're doing.
Oh, I'm at 84% now.
Well, they came up to 65. No, I'm going to stick with 80. Take it or leave it. Dun,
So
dun.
how's it been?
What?
Have you?
Sales?
Yeah,
Horrible.
still bad.
I'm having the worst. Let's see, June 6th to now. How long is that? 2 weeks? A little over 2 weeks. It's my worst sales of 2024. Not even close. I mean, it's bad.
Well, just take the rest of the month off.
No, I'm still sell a couple a day here, 2 or 3 a day. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I think there's still another week left.
Last 31 days, sales are down 48%.
Dang. Well,
Oh,
you pro-
another counter offer. Let's see. They're just not getting the fact that I'm not going to take less than 8. Okay, they declined. All right. Buy it from somebody else. Okay. I took 20% off. I ain't going to go any lower.
well, people want something for nothing.
People in Israel,
I'm
good.
sorry. Say that again, Todd.
People in Israel, they're in Jerusalem, Israel.
And what were they buying?
A U.S. military vintage backpack.
Oh, I think would think they would have other problems to deal with right now besides buying something like that. Dang, you had 80 offers on that hat, Mr. Sadie? Wow.
Not 80 offers. It's listed for $80.
Oh, okay. Offers for 35 to 55. Okay, I'm with you. I'll get I'll be right back. Let me go get some coffee. Y'all talk about you amongst yourself. Uh,
No, 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 no. Wake up, Tom. Wake up.
uh, here's your topic. Tom's such a screw up this morning. There you go. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's sad when Tom acts older than I am, when the opposite is true. 80 offers is a lot. Uh, I did go buy a bunch of new stuff. I drove to do the auction pickup yesterday, and I went in my pickup. And while I was at the auction and all the way home, it rained. So it took me, I had to go to like Home Depot and buy plastic bags and then come back to the auction because I couldn't fit all the stuff inside the cab. All that stuff was going to get wet on the way home. Ugh. I got a bunch of military surplus stuff, and
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Scott.
your punctuation sucks.
That's all right, Mr. Sadie. I can't read either anyway, so I tell you when she takes the day, what she's got a biopsy later on today, and when she takes the day off and we sleep in late, it just messes up my already non-existent schedule even worse.
No, Robin, I always counter offer. I don't ever decline an offer. I don't care if they go through all the offers. I will always counter offer, even if it's the same offer I've been offering them, because I don't know. I've had that pack for sale for God knows how long, at least 6 months. Yeah, I mean, a practical item like a military backpack, that kind of stuff should sell.
Yeah, especially when you need to might need to bug out. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good. Good coffee. So,
this one's Alice. They call it LC1. They call it an Alice pack,
right.
and it's got the frame and shoulder straps and waistband and everything. I can't believe it hasn't sold yet.
Mike, I have a automatic decline if they if it below a certain amount. If they go below 50% of what I have a price set, then it automatically declines it. Anything above that, then I'll play with them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a pretty good discount. That pack is sold recently for 110 and 100, so there's no reason for me to go below 80. Uh, I think without a frame, just a pack is probably 30 or 40. The thing that makes it valuable is a complete setup kit. A lot of times in the military surplus stuff I buy, um, I will get I will get pieces and parts of stuff. Yeah, it's got the frame and the shoulder straps and the waistband. It's complete. A large LC1.
Like, do you run? Did you run the computer shop where Hunter Biden left his laptop? Because if you did, if you do, then how about give us some good stuff that you found on that hard drive? Because I know you were looking through it. He was asking about if you had any, if you ever got any military computer equipment.
Yeah, I don't know why, Mike, but people really like the medium one. This one's a large. Dad's name is Joe. Does he got Alzheimer's? Oh, Joe Biden. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
I can't believe all these Democratic leadership folks lining up behind Kamala. Oh, really?
I know. Cackles is pretty sad. She's a disposable. She is a disposable candidate.
Well, it's not huge. I mean, the modern military packs are larger than the large LC1, much larger. But anyway, yeah, just for a knockaround pack, the medium would probably be better.
A knockaround pack.
Yeah, just to throw some tools in, or go on a 2 day camp out, or what?
I just rolled my suitcase into the Econo Lodge. That's camping for me.
Well, there's still a lot of young people out there who go hiking and backpacking and stuff. It's just because you're old doesn't mean that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to want that backpack for you.
No, no, no. You ordering an extra balance slag? Oh Lord, we said something political. I'm surprised that Beetlejuice, bearded picker hadn't popped in here yet
Yeah,
because he was on a roll yesterday.
stuff is going crazy. Have you seen some of the clips from the grilling that uh, head
Oh,
of Secret Service is getting?
oh yeah.
She is getting raked over the coals by the.
I can't remember whether it was a Democrat or a. I mean, it was from. She was the woman was from South Carolina or from Georgia, but they told her she was full of shit. And then, as soon as she said that, one of the other congressmen said, "Mr. Chairman, I think we should have some bit of decorum here."
Mm,
So he's probably a
it's
Democrat. There's just too. Okay, people. Here's something. Listen to old Uncle Tom here now, and I'm sure Uncle Todd will agree with me. Everybody has a phone. Everybody has a camera. If you're going to do something dodgy, you can count somebody is going to record it. I mean, there was so many people that had videos of that guy up on that roof. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying, you've got there's cameras. Everybody's got a camera. They're going to catch you. So there it is. But yeah, they were drilling her like a well yesterday.
One congressman was asking. Now you had the sniper that took the gunman out. He was on a roof that inclines at a greater angle than the roof you refused to put anybody on. And then they came out with the excuse that it was unsafe because the roof was angled. And he said, your sniper that took out the guy was on a steeper angled roof than the guy than the one you didn't have anybody on.
First of all, there is nothing that these guys and gals do for a living that is safe. These SS guys and gals, they could get shot and killed
By
anytime, and they're
Robin.
worried about a. And that was not a sloping. I mean, it was sloping, but the pitch on our house is worse than that. Vintage. I hope we're not running you out,
Yeah.
but
A
sorry.
congressman said there's higher elevation slopes on wheelchair ramps than is on that roof.
Well, the video of him going up the side, crawling up the side of or not side, the top of the roof that people had videos of. I could have deterred him with my old raggedy 22 pistol with the scope that's probably not half lined up on it. I could at least gave him something else to think about as those little 22s went zipping past him.
Is it 22?
I mean, I am. I don't know what he was shooting with. No, he was using an AK or something. But my point is that where was everybody at when all these people were shooting the video? And this doesn't have to. Don't get me wrong. It has nothing to do with Republicans or Democrats. this has to do with somebody supposed to be doing their job, protecting somebody, and they just flat out didn't do their job. Somebody didn't do their job. One of the congressmen asked if there had been any people fired because of this situation, and she's like, "Well, we're still investigating."
Hmm.
And you've heard that too. We're still investigating,
She
and
wouldn't. She
the
wouldn't answer the questions.
no, and the congressmen were saying it's been what 9 days, and you still don't have any answers. Hey,
Hmm.
Craig.
So yeah, I'm kind of with Sadie. There was talk about somebody being on the water tower too,
Yeah, yeah.
and they asked her how many bullet casings did they recover from the roof, and she didn't know.
No, she don't know nothing. She should just be fired because she doesn't know how to do her job. Did she? I don't even know.
They were
No,
also pissed off because she hasn't visited the site.
no. Uh, yeah, they never answer the questions direct, Tara. And what pisses me off more than anything else is, thank you, Congressman, for that question. Don't be using up my time thanking me. Answer the damn question, which they don't. Um, how are you doing this morning, Tara? Because I know Jim's out working in the fields. Uh, it's just a big old it's just a big old cluster up there.
Hmm.
And the president is clueless, so he thought this would be a good time to get out.
Man, there's been so many weird things this
Yeah.
election year.
Well, it seems like people are strong. Okay, here's my thoughts. Because I know everything because I'm old. Um, People are getting to the age where they're looking at their check stub, and they're looking at all this money that's coming out of their check stub, and then they hear about all this money being spent willy nilly, and they're starting to think more about it. 4 years has changed a lot of people because we've come through the COVID. Can't you tell I'm an old person from the South? Through COVID, and just the inflation has skyrocketed. I'm not laughing about that. What I just said. I'm just laughing at what Mr. Sadie said about the Jim's running the mules today on the back 40. Uh, so I think it's starting to catch up on people. People like their money. They don't want to have to go to work, and they want to keep as much as they can. So anyhow, that's my little tirade. I just And if they don't, then just I hate to say it, you're just going to starve because there's not enough money to feed everybody without somebody trying to earn it from themselves. Yeah, he got out before he was next. He don't know where he's at. Uh, Sorry, the boss is up. She was having they're looking for some towels to go get a shower. I got a large inheritance. Me too. But I'm not worried. I got a large. Yeah, lag. You got more money than all of us put together. Are you talking about your large inheritance from Todd? Todd's going to live to be 112. Don't be waiting on him. You better get out of the daggum basement and earn some money. Hey Tara,
Hey, how's it going?
it's doing good. And
All
you?
right.
All right.
Once I got
Thought I'd
cranked
come,
up.
yeah, I thought I'd come and harass y'all.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
all
good.
right. Tara, you been on any sloped roofs lately?
No, I'm scared of heights.
Yeah, okay.
I
It didn't really look like much of a slope roof. I mean, it was a pole barn, and if you looked where the counters, I guess you call them counter snipers were,
yeah.
it was
It looked like a
that
lean-to to
roof they were
me.
on with the tripods wasn't any higher than the roof the guy was on. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It looked like a what is it they call it, a lean-to? Like when you got a barn and then you build a little shed on a
I don't know.
carport
It
on the
must have
side of it.
been. Must have been some kind of, they call it a farm show grounds. I don't know if it was some kind of fairgrounds, if that was like, like where you exhibit livestock in or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Kind of barn. Looked like it
That,
had a lot of additions to it.
they asked that lady, you knew about the gunman on the roof 2 minutes before he started shooting. Why didn't you shut down the rally?
Well, you knew you were looking for him, like, wasn't it like at 20 after 5 or quarter after 5? We got into why would you let the Trump take stage? At a minimum, why would you put him on stage until you have that, figure out what that guy's up to or have that secure?
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's gone.
Yeah.
Those
Well, if you really
congressional,
honestly, she's probably kind of the fall person because they have this like, and I don't know, because I guess I half-ass follow it. They had been requesting more Secret Service or security for Trump and getting denied. I'm not sure Mayorkas, does that fall under the preview of Homeland Security? And I
Um,
think she'll probably take the fall for somebody that's higher up than her.
that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna take the fall because
Yeah.
somebody's controlling her. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Uh,
But you know what's the scarier part? I don't think it's Joe Biden. I think it's his non-elected bureaucracy that's in his cabinet, which is
yeah,
even scarier.
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
So
They said her past experience before being in that Secret Service was guarding Coke cans and bottles of mouthwash,
oh really?
something like
I
that.
Well, she'd been with the Secret Service for a while. I mean,
Yeah, a
I,
long
I have
time.
no I have no problem with women in leadership roles or whatever, but if as a qualification for the jobs, I don't care what gender you are, you have to be able to do the job.
yeah.
And the ball was dropped, obviously. And then they
I
had like questions. I think it was Jill Biden in Pennsylvania, and they had like double the amount of Secret Service for Joe Biden with a event that had like 400 people, and you have this massive outdoor Trump rally, and you have less people there. I
yeah.
don't know.
Joe's getting less than 1,000 people, and Trump is getting 20 to 30,000 people minimum. Because they said there was like 30,000 people at this rally.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is something that I personally know. My Jim's oldest boy is a Milwaukee County sheriff. So he gets put on that he's a homicide detective, but when they have these big events, he's like what they call that secondary perimeter security.
Mm-hmm.
He said that when Trump comes to town, I mean there's tens of thousands of people attend the Trump stuff. He goes like when Joe was coming to town or Jill, they're lucky if they get a few hundred.
Uh,
Nobody comes.
excuse me, that's Dr. Biden.
Anyway, and he also told me that like well, this would have been before the RNC. There was an event where Joe was there, and they're about begging sheriffs to take a picture with Joe because just nobody would do it. Jim's
It
son didn't get his picture taken with Joe, but they had a different. I don't know if it was a different event where Joe was there on her own. He felt bad saying no in front of a woman, so he did get a picture taken with Jill. He goes only because he didn't want to be rude to a woman.
Well, anytime you can get a picture taken with a celebrity, you always do because you don't know how much that's going to go for
I
on
don't. Do you
eBay.
think anybody's gonna collect some rando person's picture with Joe Biden and frame it on their living room wall?
Well, you
I
never
don't
know.
think so. I don't think so.
You know, one of your grandbabies might go.
Uh,
This is my daddy and Jill Biden.
yeah. Other than being at a Trump rally, the only other president I ever saw is when I was probably about 19. I think I was just out of high school. Old man Bush came through Wisconsin on a train, and I saw him at one of the intersections. Just happened to be I was driving that day. He was standing on the back of the caboose with Tommy Thompson waving.
Well, you know, back way back in the dark ages when I was in high school and I was in the band, President Ford came to Rock Hill, and they actually landed in Marine One in the mall parking lot.
Oh man, I was worried you're gonna tell me like McKinney or something.
And
Lincoln.
we the Secret Service came to our high school the day before, and on a blackboard behind Mr. Hoff, he drew out how everything was supposed to be and where we were supposed to stand, and he said there would be cones marking off the area that we were supposed to stand, and we were not supposed to leave that area.
Call from Jody Johnson.
I don't know who Joni is, so we're just going to let her roll. Um, but you know, I just can't understand. You know, we're a bunch of high schoolers with band instruments standing in a square, and every once in a while, one of the Secret Service agents would walk down through the middle of us, looking at everything we had. And of course, you know, they were every place else, but because that's what my focus was on, I remember that. But it's, I don't know. This chick should lose. I mean, this chick should really. No, that was sexist, wasn't it? This lady should really lose her job, and because she didn't do her job.
Yep.
No, Gerald Ford Lag, the former president. Let's see, Gerald Ford was Nixon's vice president, wasn't he? And then when Nixon resigned, Ford became president,
Right.
and a Rockefeller wasn't a Rockefeller uh, Gerald Ford's vice president.
I don't remember. Who was Gerald Ford's vice president?
His nominee for vice president,
Was
former
Nelson
Governor
Rockefeller.
Nelson Rockefeller of New
Nelson
York,
Rockefeller.
was the second person to fill that office by appointment.
Okay.
This is from WhiteHouse.Governor.
Okay. Yeah, Rockefeller. Nelson Rockefeller. I didn't even remember that.
His great granddaddy was John D. Rockefeller, or yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, I love me some Ross now. He was good. He didn't care what he was sort of he was like the pre-Trump Trump. He didn't care what he said because he was rich as dirt and he didn't care.
Yeah, he would have been a good president.
All right, now I'm back.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, she did what she was supposed to do. She would half-assed it, and now it's just feeding back up the food line chain. Because, like I said, there's all these videos of all these people, and there's one of them where the guy's going up the top of the roof, climbing the top of the roof, and people are going, "Look, he's on the roof. He's got a gun," and not a damn thing happened, and he hadn't even got up to his vantage point yet. Oh, that's right. Nixon's vice president was Agnew. Agnew left, then Ford. Thank you, bearded picker. It's just, it's not supposed to be like this, people.
So Rockefeller was going to be Ford's VP in re-election.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I, that's what I was guessing, that it was Agnew.
Yeah, I knew. I forgot about Agnew. Anyway,
Oh, the CIA. Oh, so he didn't.
the
Okay,
conspiracy theorist
I
there,
keep I keep confused.
the flat earther.
That's been a long time ago now. I was in college, man.
Yeah, that's been a long time
Uh,
ago.
That was
yeah,
40 years ago.
Ford was president when I was born.
Shut up. Shut up.
Not kidding you. Yeah,
Woman, know your place and be quiet.
that's the year I was born.
Yeah, who was president when we were born, Tom? Eisenhower or Lincoln?
I
Lincoln.
think his eyes. I think it was Ike. Ike was before Kennedy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Well, you weren't born during FDR, were you?
No.
no, not that.
Not quite.
Well, shit. That's who was president. 1957.
Who's after Ford?
Eisenhower.
That's who's
No,
after Ford?
Um,
Carter.
yeah, I think.
No, because I think I was a little kid when I Carter
Okay.
lost in what, like 80, so
Yeah, Gerald.
89,
Here it goes.
I guess 76 Carter was, yeah, so I
Okay.
would have been like 3.
There was Eisenhower, who was president when I was born and Todd was born. Then John F. Kennedy. Then Lyndon Johnson. Then Nixon, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, James Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, William J. Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joseph R. Biden Jr. There you go. There's your little history lesson for today. Yeah, lag.
Ike was hitting on Tina.
You
Not
know,
that. Not that Ike.
yeah, that was the wrong Ike. He was actually hitting t- Tina,
Oh
not
no,
on
Nixon
her.
was still president, I think, but it must have been right around when they were having Watergate. Then I was born, because it
Yeah.
says that Nixon was still president till 74, but I'd have been born in May of 73.
No, not this Ike.
Yeah, not that Ike. Because that's Tina back there. That's where a woman's supposed to be, he said.
Not this Ike.
She was on a talk show. I think it was one of the late night ones, and she was talking. They asked her about Ike, and she said, I was talking to Ike not too long ago. And she said, I'm not bragging, but I had to make my point to him. She says, Ike, I'm really rich now. And if you hadn't been such an ass, you would have been really rich now, too. Because he was mean to her.
Yeah, he was tough on her. She lived a really, but she got older. She lived a really good life. I think she either lived in Germany or France, maybe.
Yeah, she had a boyfriend in Germany or her husband in Germany. I
Yeah,
don't.
Germany or Austria or something.
You know what? I'm with you, Mr. Sadie. If I was 82 and rich, the hell I would be putting up with this bullshit. Unless I was totally bored. And believe me, I would find sitting at a slot machine playing Buffalo on a cruise ship a lot better than dealing with the bullshit that's going on. Let's see. What the hell is he talking? Okay. Scott, you just go have another cup of coffee and sit down. Scott's got on this flat earth. I know he's messing with me, but he's got on this flat earth kick.
Hmm.
So anyway, I keep talking about him. I'm surprised he hadn't come in here and had to voice his opinion.
Oh boy.
But yeah, you're right, Mr. Sadie. Who would want to deal with it? You are egotistical. You're just egotistical if you got to have a job like that. I mean, who wants that job in the first place? Who wants to be president? I know you do, lad, because the new White House would be your mama's basement. Or actually, you could move everything to your basement at the White House because it's got a basement. And there's a basement in a basement in a basement over there. But I mean, really, who would want that job with the abuse that they take? Because it don't matter what you do, it's wrong. No, but Friday night it was, Mr. Sadie. Yeah, well, see, you'd be set. Oh, jeez. Good morning, Mr. Bearded Pickle. How are you?
You heard it here first. All this shit is theater. Trump is a deep state, just like the rest of them. We're all fucked because he wouldn't have picked J.D. Vance, Skull and Bones. Everything you see is designed to keep you as a fucking slave.
Oh boy.
Dang, Scott, that's it.
That
what's
was
wrong?
it.
What's
Mic
wrong?
drop.
What's wrong with the skull and bones? That's
Oh,
where
is
all
that the
the
thing over at Yale or Harvard or
yeah
something?
yeah that's like a
That's the
private
deep
club.
state that's controlling the whole world.
I mean, that damn alumni association from Alabama, University of Alabama, is worse than damn Skull and Bones is. Those people will do you in if you fuck with them. I'm talking about the alumni association of Alabama, not the good more. He's gone, Nissa. He's gone.
Make the world not to make the world not flat. He must have been
He
hitting a whole case.
he must be.
It's half water.
Uh, oh, did you fly someplace last Saturday night, Mr. Sadie?
No, I think he had too much to drink.
Oh, okay.
Don't you ever get, when you get tipsy and then you're walking on the earth and it's round, like having a
Okay.
hard time walking straight?
Oh Lord, it's just going to be a year. This crap's not going to come. We got to find out what Cackles is going to do if she gets to play the job. I honestly don't think she will. I mean, I think she'll be the
I think
president.
she's gonna get it.
Yeah.
I think that she'll be the nominee.
Good morning, Glenn. Yeah, because nobody else wants the damn job because they don't
Oh
have.
my God, yeah, they want, and I hear rumors they want to take maybe the governor of the state of Kentucky as a running mate.
Some of the people that they thought would be really good candidates. Not, and I'm not talking about like the governor of California or
Ugh,
is it Wisconsin, Gretchen,
governor. Oh no, that's Michigan. She's
Michigan.
crazy. She's too crazy.
Okay, well, they're throwing those names
No
around.
offense. I mean, I'm a woman. She's got crazy eyes. You look at her face, her eyes. I mean, she looks
Yeah.
as crazy as a shithouse rat. I'm sorry. No, all due respect.
Okay, remind me, Scott. Remind me, and I will apologize if that comes to pass. But the ones that could
Oh,
be
you think they'll
serious,
put RFK in as the Democrat nominee? No, I think they're going to stick with Kamala. It's going to be their first woman of color candidate.
um, but these people are like, no, there's not enough. People that could give Trump a viable run for the position. They're like, no, there's not enough time for fundraising. There's not enough time for, just to be known out there. So they got to go
Well,
with
I
one of
think
the crazies,
I think I heard something like, okay, because you had like the donors when Biden was still president.
right?
But if you didn't, but Kamala's on the ticket, so that offers are up to those donation coffers. But I think if you put somebody new in, I heard something that you have to return those donations and then re-raise them. Now I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm listening to somebody crazy. I don't know, but I did hear something about that.
Yeah, it's just yeah. There was a lot of right after the debate. They said a lot of the donors had withheld, stopped making donations. So anyhow,
And
so
you had George Clooney endorsed Kamala Harris.
yeah, well, he's a dumbass anyway. He's just a
Well,
fucking
but isn't he? Yeah, but you'll have a lot of people who fall in line with him, and isn't he like one of Obama's bros and stuff? I don't know.
I don't
We'll see
know.
what happens.
They should. Um, I don't know. You people
I
listen.
don't know how she debates that things are better, after her and Joe are running the country, and she was the border czar, and she kind of messed that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched Kennedy's video. He is not excluding the idea of being the Democratic nominee.
Hmm.
no. And Trump was. I think they spent like 2 hours on the phone. I think he was kind of baiting him for a key position in his administration. That's my opinion.
So he's dead.
Because he's running as an independent. Bless you.
Say that again, Tara.
He is running as an independent right now, and I'm assuming he's got to be on the ballot for most states, right?
Yeah. Oh God. Now,
Yeah.
see, the fun is going to begin after Mr. Trump becomes president. That's when he starts firing people unless they spill their guts. So that's when we're going to find out all the good shit.
Mm, I don't
Because
know.
I
I
do.
don't
I
know.
think there's going to be. I think he's going to be.
I didn't think they'd get Biden to step down, to tell you the truth. I thought Biden was really resisting it.
You talking about for re-election? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. If he's got any senses, he knows he wasn't going to make it through COVID. COVID was
He
going to
don't got no
take him.
sense. I mean, he's so.
No,
I mean,
you get what I'm saying. He
mm,
knew he wasn't going to make it through COVID. If he didn't step down, he was not going
oh
to make it
yeah.
through
But
COVID.
where is he? We really haven't seen him.
He's in his
He's in Delaware in his bunker, but I mean, he hasn't, like, other than he put out that thing on Twitter or whatever. Nobody's seen him.
You think that was his signature on that? Mm,
Probably not. I don't think they really had to talk to Joe about having Joe step down for president. I'm sure they talked to Jill and the family. Like, okay, you guys, he's got to go.
oh yeah, all of that. But Jill. I don't think he's dead because Jill's got to have her last moment. You know, for the um, state funeral.
Oh boy,
Yeah, the trumpets.
the trumpets.
Trumpers.
like he's
Oh,
talking about Trump.
I didn't get it at first when the trumpets turn on Trump. I thought it was like something with Revelations or something.
That's Trumpers. Okay.
When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be
Shut up.
Lord.
Hold on a second.
He's supposed to come out today.
It must be like that woodchuck, for Groundhog's Day. He sees his shadow at 6 more weeks of presidency.
uh, yeah, if he's not fit to run for re-election, then he's probably not fit to be our president anymore either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll vote for 24K.
There you go.
24K would get rid of taxes, that's for sure. So, how's your sales been, Tara?
Mine were not that great this weekend. I mean, they were ho hum.
Yeah.
They were better yesterday, but the weekend I just didn't think was great. But I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.
I'm telling you right now.
Just
Might have,
keep working through it. When the
might
sales are
have been
bad,
in
just
the
keep working.
might have been in the dumper since going on vacation.
They must have shut your server down.
I guess.
I don't know. I must be selling all the stuff that nobody wants.
I don't think anybody's. I mean, okay. Let's do a quick poll here.
I vote
How is
I vote
everybody's
number one.
sales? How is everybody's sales in the chat?
Mine were good all year long up until we went on vacation, and I hadn't sold just very little. I went from like 6 sales a day all year until vacation. Now I'm two. I got two going out this morning.
No, sometimes I will say, even when stuff is better, I'll say my two slowest months are usually April and August. April, I think it's because people that pay taxes have to get their tax returns done. And August, because, people are doing last minute vacations and kids are going back to school and stuff. But
Yeah, because you'll drop. Anissa, how much are you dropping on back to school supplies this year? Since you got two high schoolers this year, don't you? Um, it's ungodly how much people spend on back to school stuff now.
Dang in this. Huh? And you were complaining a year ago that your sales weren't good, and now they're the worst ever. Mm.
That that's coming, Felix. That's coming.
no, if you work for the government, I think you already get time off. I know you do because Jim's oldest boy had a baby. The baby's about a year and a half old. He went back to work early but he had gotten something like 6 or 8 weeks paid maternity leave when his wife had that baby. So yeah, you'll get it. Just work for the government.
Anissa, are they 15 or 16? Your twins. Because it's about time for them to start driving, and I haven't seen you talking about them driving on Facebook. He's not a U.S. citizen, Beard. Oh, 16 in October. All the fun's going to begin.
Well, doesn't 24 Karat, doesn't he have dual citizenship? Was he born in the U.S.?
I thought he was, but apparently
He
he
lived
doesn't.
here, didn't he, for a while?
Apparently he doesn't. I've never been able to understand that. I thought you automatically became a U.S. citizen
I was going to say that too. That
when
didn't
you were
stop
born
Obama.
here.
Yeah, Kamala grew up in Canada.
Uh, it doesn't get any better when they're learning to drive. It just gets worse when they're driving their own cars and they look at you and you say, "Slow down." They're stopping.
Yeah, we're
They just kind of
starting
look
that.
at you like, "Shut
We're
up, it's my
starting.
car."
We're starting that shit with Brandon right now.
How old is he now? Is he 16 now?
He's 16.
Oh hell, damn, Tari, you're getting old.
I know.
You gonna join the old people's club like me and
I
Todd?
am
When we
already
grow.
there. I'm catching up with you. Good thing you guys can run faster than me. Yeah, we went to go take him for the written test like 2 weeks ago, but so of course we probably should have looked into this more. But you think when they give you your confirmation email, they tell you you need this, and I don't know if it's like this in your states. It wasn't in Wisconsin. You need this letter from your school. That they must report their grades because they
Right.
lose their driving privileges if the grades are failing. So you got to get this letter from the school, from the Board of Education. So now he's got to go retake the written test on the 31st.
Are y'all having to make appointments, or y'all just made the appointment so you'd know when to get in?
I made the appointment because otherwise I took the earliest appointment I could get because otherwise you'll wait like a month or a month and a half. They're packed down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we gotta drive like far away. You can't take it in the town we live in. We gotta drive like a half hour to, or unless we went to Bowling Green, which is like an hour and 10 minutes away, or Columbia is like 40 minutes away.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green.
Storms to the north of you, rain to the south.
Yeah, we had. I went to the auction house to pick up my auction wins yesterday, and right as I got there, the heavens opened up. I mean, it poured rain for like 45 minutes.
Hmm.
And I brought my pickup to get the stuff, and not everything would fit in the cab. So I just sat there at the auction house, jacking jaws with the auctioneers for 45 minutes until the rain quit. And I also went to Home Depot and got some plastic bags to shove stuff into.
Well, how was the prices, Todd? Were they any lower than normal, or were they still high?
Auction stuff?
Yeah.
Well, the stuff I bought was a good
I know,
price.
but were the stuff that you bought, did you pay what you would normally be the price range, or was it lower or higher, or what?
It
Is
was
that
pretty normal, but the stuff that I wanted to buy, it that stuff zoomed out the. No, I didn't.
so? The buying part is still about normal, but the selling part has gone down the toilet. How about you, uh, Flat Earth Scott? How is uh how has your auctions been at the auction house? Are people buying? Are they buying cheap?
The auction just depends on what it is. If it's like silver coins or gold coins, those are
Right.
still just way overpriced at the auction.
Okay. Sales are flat. I had to get a couple of good items.
I will say I've been getting like on some of these online auctions, I've been getting a better deal than I would have like a year ago. I mean, coins go. I don't sell coins. Coins, gold jewelry, guns, that stuff all goes high.
Mr. Flat Earther to you. Okay, Scott. Uh, um, Felix, were you born here?
He did a bunch of his school here. He went to high school here, and I think he was said he lived in the U.S. for 13 years. Is that right?
Yeah, he said something about that up there. He had a
But
student visa from it.
but no, he was born under a rock in the desert somewhere.
Oh boy.
I'm. You was born here, but you had a diplomatic passport. Okay. Um,
I don't know. I listened to you guys yesterday morning, and you guys were talking about like these, efficiency apartments and small spaces, and I'm like, I don't want to hear that. How you get people to buy collectibles when you put them all in this minimalistic, small living spaces?
yeah.
I want people to have big, big houses where they fill it full of crap.
I resemble that right there.
Anyway, I don't want these minimalist small spaces that are efficient and you know clear surfaces and stuff. I want people to buy a bunch of junk.
I just yeah. I don't. But when you're talking about kids, well, not kids, they're young. They're adults and places to live. It's just stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous to pay $1,500 for an efficiency apartment here in Charlotte. I mean, I know that's what the market is, but give me $1 billion and I'll show you how to flatten the market. Because I'd have so many damn efficiency apartments in here. All these little yuppies can't have a decent place to live for minimal money. Jim's out plowing, Beard.
He's at his mom's house today.
Oh, he's plowing over to her house.
No, well, with all due respect, Jim's mom has the same problem that Joe Biden has.
Oh,
So
okay.
when his sister needs a break, Jim goes over and watches his mom for her.
Yeah, Jim. I'll tell you what. If Tara and Jim ever decide that the reselling is just not cutting it anymore, and Jim wants to start another
Well, what the fuck
business,
are we gonna do then?
uh,
We're
well,
old. You
you
can't
didn't let
put us
me. You
back
didn't
out
let
in the
me. You
workforce.
didn't let me finish. And he
Oh,
opens up Jim's Roadhouse. I'll be
yeah.
invested in that damn thing.
Yeah, Jim don't drink no more.
Well,
He
that's even
quit. He
better.
had
He
a
won't be
job.
drinking the profits up.
He's a teetotaler now. And he likes to go to bed at like 10:30.
Well, it's because he's up at what time?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to him.
I mean, you have to get up. You'll have to get up to get the kid off to school, so which is
Well, he
summertime. So
ain't school.
he
Well,
he
we
probably
have to
sleeps at
get up
11
now because
o'clock.
we gotta take him in for football. He's gotta be at the school for football at 8:30.
See, that's the best thing you're going to enjoy since he's a high schooler and he's in sports and whatnot. That's the best thing about him having a driver's license, is that you don't have to stop what you're doing to ferry him around to all these daggum
No,
practices.
but I told Jim he has to teach him how to drive because I don't have the patience to do it.
Or so which
I
one of
make Jim do it. I can't do it anyway. It's too hard.
which truck is he going to get?
I'm gonna give him my Jeep Cherokee.
Okay. Oh, he can put a lot of women in that.
Yeah, he don't need to put nobody. We gotta keep that kid on the straight and narrow. He wants to go be a lawyer, so I'm keeping him on that path. I don't need him out partying or anything. If he goes out partying, I'm gonna get him something like a Volkswagen Bug, so he looks like a dork. And he can't go out in the fields with it because it won't make it across a field.
I don't know. If you get your own car, it don't matter how bad it is these days and times. I think that's kind of a status symbol amongst high schoolers. Because what's your other alternative? Either hitching a ride, your mommy taking you, or you ride the big yellow limo. I mean, that's
Hmm.
the other
Well,
choices.
he's not. Well, other than he rides the school bus like when they go to away games. But tell you the truth, I've driven him to school and picked him up from school the whole time he's been in school. He's never ridden the bus back and forth from home.
See, he has no. He needs to ride the bus a couple of times just so he'll learn how the common people live. Y'all live up in the plantation house, you know. He needs to learn how
Yeah, I
the
wish
common
I lived in
folks.
a plantation house. No, but if you had to ride the bus home from school because we're way on the outskirts, it'd probably take them over an hour to get home. So and we usually take the mail into town anyway. So it's right
Right.
around the time that we go drop off our packages at the post office and stuff. We pick them up.
Yeah, but like your mother has spoiled you to be at your age and you don't drive. Uh, she hasn't done you right. Tara's not going to baby um, Brandon.
I wanted him to take driver's ed at school, but he wouldn't do it because he's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving up that class period because he's taking Algebra 2 and geometry next year so that he can do like, I don't know,
Did
advanced placement math or whatever for his junior and senior year or something. They wanted to put him in AP science, but he said he didn't like science. He wouldn't do it. I
um,
told him he should have did it.
their driver's ed here is on Saturdays.
I don't know. I talked to him about it, and if you really talk to my son, he's real stubborn. He's like, I gotta do this. So I just gave up.
Gave up.
You know,
Glenn,
he,
you were
he's
dropped off at your dad's
16.
store.
He's 16, going on 45.
Well, he's always, at 11, he's discussing politics like an adult. So, well,
He's
that's what
16,
happens when
going
you
on
are only
45.
around old people all the time. You start acting like one.
Hey, watch out! Watch that old people words.
I mean, well, you think about it. He's
I
11.
I'm as I'm as hip as I ever was. I might be getting older, but I'm still hip. I'm still cool. I know the young people's lingo.
I hear you. Oh, so your daddy put you to work, Glenn? See, fifth grade, that would be what, about 11, 12? Yeah, that's old enough to be to work. These farmer people, they have their 8-year-olds out driving equipment and all that kind of crap, as you never were.
Hey, I'm just happy I got a kid that does good in school because I did not do good in school. And Jim was out partying and stuff when he was a teenager. So somewhere along the lines, we lucked out and actually got a kid that might have his shit together. I don't know how.
Seriously, Tara. Seriously.
Seriously, seriously,
Seriously. Wait a
I was
minute. Okay.
horrible. I was a horrible student in high
No, no,
school. It
no,
was
no,
really
no.
bad.
You seem like the type of parent that if your high schooler got in trouble and you had to go to the police station to pick him up, that would be the longest ride of his life from the police station home.
He
You,
when he was in eighth grade. Okay, so he was when he was in eighth grade. I don't know why. He went through this slight rebellious stage where he was doing like just stupid shit at school. So he got in a little fight in the cafeteria, which he said, you know what, this kid wasn't respecting me as a man. So all right. All right. So I kind of let that roll. Then I go to pick him up for after eighth grade. He's not out in front of the school. I'm like, what the hell? He's not here. I go ring the bell. He's in the principal's office. They want to see me because he took a pencil. He's standing outside. Now he has nothing better to do. So he's outside with a pencil and decides to write F Joe Biden on the side of the school. Okay. The teacher comes over and says, what are you doing? He starts erasing it. So, but he had gotten the F word written out or something. So she doesn't know. And she goes, I don't know. He said, "What's your name?" He tried to tell a joke, and he said like some silly like name. It's from a TV show. She goes, "You can't give me a fake identity." Goes to the principal's office. Ends up in this thing called Lakeview. He's on in school suspension for like 2 days. And I come to the principal's office. I'm like, "What in the hell is wrong with you? Like, you lost your damn mind." Anyway, so
and so,
we had this small rebellious stage where he decided to write F. Joe Biden in pencil, which he erased on the brick on the school wall. I could have killed him.
after after her lecture on what's wrong with you and et cetera, with the principal felt sorry for him and released him from in school
No, he
suspension.
went to Lake. They have this thing called Lakeview. He had to go sit in Lakeview for like 2 or 3 days. Anyway, he had that eighth grade year. He had that, the little fight in the lunchroom, which okay, I'll give it. You know, you gotta respect somebody as a man. You're not gonna take it. And he had like earlier, like a couple months ago, some kid said something to him or something, and he did one of those where it's like, that's what not what your mom said last night. He got called to the principal's. This is funny. They got put in the principal's office for that. And the principal's like, okay, well, I know you guys are football guys, so, I'll give you a pass. But, how do you think that makes the girls feel when you say that in front of them? Thinking football guys getting a pass for saying that's not what your mom said last night.
Okay. Anissa, Ryan is one of the twins. Could you put the context of how she used the word penis? Uh,
What he just blurted out.
I know. Was she like, Tourette's or something? Or did she call someone one?
Oh, Mr. Sadie had the wild kids. His police were involved when he got called. I'm lucked out. I mean, when I was in high school, I hate to admit it, I was horrible. I was skipping school and stuff like that.
Oh,
So I'm very happy I have a
he's your
kid that
26-year-old.
is being good.
Okay, it's 10:17. I gotta go. I gotta start getting. I gotta. Somebody. Tara's getting the same calls I'm getting. I gotta go. I gotta get ready to shave and get cleaned up and look like a dignified white man. Um,
That's the
okay.
look you're going for now, dignified white man.
Yeah, I got to get on my white suit and get my hat out, my
Well,
cane.
comb your hair first.
Well, I got to get a shower and shave, okay?
Okay. Well,
Because
usually you got that alfalfa sprig that stands up on the back of your head.
yeah, I've always had
You
that.
must toss and turn a lot when you're sleeping.
I do.
Don't feel bad. I do too, Tom. My hair always looks like a bird's nest when I get up.
Real quick, like Mr. Sadie, when I was in high school, we had a
What?
really good principal. He didn't call your parents. He didn't call the police. Any of that kind of stuff. He took care of it then. If he couldn't take care of it, then that's when everybody else got involved. Two boys got it. They were football players on the team together. They got into a fight because of a girl, of course, of a girl, and they're fighting. And Mr. Foster was about 5'5", so everybody looked like down at him, even the girls. And he walked up to them, and before they knew it, he had them by the shirt collars and slammed them up against the daggum row of lockers. And these row of lockers were about 100 feet long, at least. He slammed them up against it so hard it rattled all the locks on the front of them. And he said, "Gentlemen, I'd like to see y'all in my office." And that was the last thing that was heard about it. No police, no
That's how
parents.
it is down here. In Wisconsin, they wouldn't touch the kids if they got in a fight, but down here, they'll get a couple of boys get in a fight, they grab them by their shirt collars or their arms and haul their asses right over to the principal's office.
Yeah,
Which I got no problem with. Sometimes you got to do that.
I mean he
I don't
was.
want you beating my kid up, but you can grab him by the arm. I don't care.
I mean that was just the way he rolled, and that's what everybody. That's the way people. I mean everybody respected him. I guess we were a privileged school because we just didn't
I
have any
went.
kind of stuff
There
like
was
that.
always fights in school when I was in high school. I mean, you'd be walking down the hall, two guys would get into it, and then immediately you'd form a circle around them and watch them fight. Then you'd have like the shop teacher would have to try to get through it, to break it up.
The best fight I saw him break up was I had a study hall and it overlooked the student parking lot, and there was a big grass strip between the building that the study hall was in and the student parking lot, and then there was a gym and the band room and chorus room was to the left of it. Anyway, that little area out there, these two black girls got into a fight out there. And they were pulling each other's hair and scratching and ripping each other's clothes off. By the time Mr. Foster got it broke up, they were down to their bras. I mean, they they were going at it. And he
Yeah.
said, and we heard, of course, everybody's standing at the window looking at him, even the teacher. And then we had the windows open so we could hear what was saying. And all he said was, "Ladies, I'd like to see you in my office, please." And that was it.
Yeah.
But them girls were going at it. I
Uh,
mean,
J- Brandon, there was a girl fight when he was in middle school in eighth grade, and they filmed it. He has a copy of the film somewhere because the teachers are trying to confiscate it. But it was a pretty good girl fight. It was two girls on one, and they were really tuning that girl up.
but I've told it before. The friend of mine
Girls
down in
are
the local,
wicked when they fight. Girls are wicked when they fight. They really pull hair and scratch and stuff like that. You can have two guys, they'll take a few pokes at each other. That's a great thing about dudes before we leave. Dudes can get in a fight, and then the next day they can talk to each other and say, hey, yeah, sorry, man. Girls, they'll carry that shit till they die. I mean, they'll hate that person till the day they die. They're vengeful.
well, I've told him before. The friend of mine that lives down in the lower part of the state, he is the well, he's retired now, but he was the boys head coach. He managed all the boys sports. His wife was managed all the women's sports, and she fell in a soccer game and messed up her ankle and her knee real bad. So he had to kind of cover the girls' sports with the assistant coach. Anyway, he said he he said those girls on that girls' basketball team, they were vicious. They and team members from the opposing team, they would get out in a fight on the court. And he
Yeah.
said his boys, said he said boys are like bow their chests and bump up against each other and all that, say stuff to each other under their breath. But he said these girls were vicious. He told his wife after the first game she had to get well so she could get back to work because these girls were just too much. Yeah, that's the truth, Mr. Sadie. So anyway, y'all have a great day. I
All
hope that
right.
I'm going to say a little prayer that everybody's sales are up. Because damn, Anissa, you're going to have two girls hitting the daggum, and Tara, you're going to have a boy hitting the daggum car insurance policy. Ooh, y'all going to need some money.
Well, he works a job. He can help pay for his own damn car insurance.
What does he do?
He goes and works at that horse farm on days. He goes and shovels shit or stacks hay and stuff. It's good
Really?
for him. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He goes in a few days a week. It's good for him. Go work good, hard manual labor. It'll give him build character. Can't
Yeah,
be an old
that's
desk
what.
jockey all your life. Go do some hard work that's good for you.
Yeah,
Learn how to
once he
how to be
becomes
a man.
an attorney, he'll just play golf and be in the courtroom in his
I
office
don't know.
all the
He's not
time.
into golf. I don't know, but
Well, he's going to
anyway,
have to learn how to play golf.
yeah, that's probably true. Anyway,
All right, guys, y'all have a great day. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Tara.
all
Scott, are you
right.
going to have the show tomorrow?
He's supposed to. Wednesday's his day.
So,
Mhm.
excuse me. Tomorrow's Todd's. Tomorrow's Scott's. Back on me on Thursday. Hanging out with Todd on Friday. Y'all have a great one. Thanks for coming in, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I really do. So, y'all have a great day.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye.